my sponges, that's what started my whole reusable item collection. And I remember sitting in my kitchen table in my first apartment in the summer of 2017. I only was living there for like 2 months, and I thought to myself, I am so sick and tired of purchasing disposable sponges. They rip, they stink. It was like another bill that I didn't want to pay. You guys have seen these in my videos for years, and yes, they are the same exact ones that I have had since 2017. And we are in 2022. So they have lasted me all these years, even with me moving into different apartments. I have moved with these sponges in 3 apartments, and they're still with me. I will say that I use them a little bit less now because we do have a dishwasher. First time ever in my life having a dishwasher. Very, very grateful. But I do still use them for pots and pans because most of our pots and pans can't go in the dishwasher. So yeah, it's still a blessing in disguise. I absolutely love my reusable sponges. They can save you a ton of money. And I will say that if you're not a fan of the cloth reusable sponges, then you're going to be more of a fan of the silicone reusable sponges. The silicone one is something that I came across a couple months back. I want to say before the summertime. I tested it out the whole summer and I love it. This is the sponge that I use to clean the sink, to clean some of our pans if I don't want them to basically scratch that coating, the non-stick coating. I will go in with my silicone sponge because it's very, very gentle. Now, this is not a sponge where you're going to be able to scrub really good with. This is a very delicate, reusable sponge. But the best thing about this one is it can go into the dishwasher, or you can just boil some hot water and vinegar and sanitize it that way. I don't know in your area if they started doing this, but in Boston, most parts of Boston and Massachusetts in general, they started to charge for bags. So whether you go to the pharmacy, whether you go to the grocery store, clothing stores, you have to pay 10 cents a bag, which I think is brilliant. And I've thought about this years ago. I used to think like, why can't stores charge for bags? So others just bring reusable bags, and it can save money and save the environment at the same time. So I'm happy that my area is doing this. I know a lot of people aren't, but I have found a solution with the most amazing reusable grocery bags. I have had these since we moved into this apartment, and I own 4. 4 is more than enough for a family of 2. Obviously, when our family grows, I'll probably order 4 more because there'll be more groceries in the house. But even when I go to the clothing store or the shoe store or any store in general, I always bring my reusable bag. I do wipe them down when I'm done using them because they cannot go in the wash, unfortunately, because of the insulation. I got them insulated. I mean, there's so many other reusable grocery bags, but I wanted these particular ones because I purchase a lot of frozen food items because that also saves you money instead of buying fresh produce all the time. So I wanted something that can keep the food nice and cold and not melt in my car. So that's why I went with insulated, and it's so easy to just wipe them down. I grab a rag and I just spray it with water and vinegar or water and peroxide, whatever one I have on hand. I have a lot of DIY cleaners. Spray it, wipe it down, let them air dry, and put them back in my car. We only have one. I know, like, even our guests till this day, like our family members come over and they always ask us, like, you don't have a shower liner? Like, where's the plastic liner? And I always tell them, like, you technically do not need one. I don't know who made up this, like, shower rule where you need a plastic liner and then a cloth liner. One shower cloth curtain that can be washed every week or every 2 weeks is fine. I have been doing this since 2017. I purchased one plastic shower curtain. It was like $40. It was nice and white, and this was before I started doing YouTube. Within like, I want to say like 2.5 months, it ripped and it was stained because I used to dye my hair back then. Yeah, it just didn't last. So of course, you know me, did my little research online and came across these amazing washable shower curtains. And I know a lot of you guys always ask me, what do you do with it being dried? You can put them in the dryer on low heat, but for me, I just stick it in the shower when it's washed and let it air dry. I mean, if you think of it, when you go in the shower and you come out, the shower curtain is wet and it dries overnight or over the time. It just dries on its own. So So this is another item that I fell in love with, again, when I had my first apartment. They are phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you guys this. How I clean my floors is just my Bissell steam mop, some water and vinegar mixed inside of that little water tank, and the reusable pad. That's it. That's all I do. The floors come out nice and shiny, clean, and then I can throw those reusable pads in the wash with all my other reusable items, and that's it. I mean, I will say this, the white mop pads are not the best or the brightest idea to get. When I got my Bissell, it came with 2 mop pads, and I mean, I kept them ever since. What's the point of wasting money when you already have something that works? But they do get very dingy looking because, I mean, I don't bleach things. It's just not my style, but they're not white anymore, needless to say. So I think if you are gonna look for these reusable mop pads, go for darker colors like gray and black so they don't look as dingy over time. This is like an essential now to my skincare. You can use these reusable cotton rounds for everything. I use them to take off my makeup. I have a tiny bit of makeup on, a little bit of mascara and eyeshadow. That's it. I don't have anything else on. But you can take off your makeup with them. You can take off face masks, which I love the most. I do a face mask every Sunday, a little self-care Sunday. And instead of me taking my face mask off in the bathroom sink and then having the water go down my arms, I'm not gonna purchase those things that go in your arms. Like, I'm not gonna purchase an additional item because I don't feel like I need to. What works the best to take the mask off are the cotton rounds. And then obviously the cotton rounds can be used for many other things. Even if you have like a little cut, you can put peroxide on the cotton round and put it here, like put it on your cut. And to make it more fun, you can choose your favorite colors. I have them in black because, like I said, I learned my lesson with having the white mop pads. I already knew if I was gonna have the white cotton rounds, they were gonna look disgusting. They still look brand new till this day, and I've had them since last summer, I believe. Yeah, I think it's last summer. So they still look brand new. And the last thing on my list is a duster. I dust a lot more now. I have a cat. You guys see him back there. So his fur is everywhere, like literally everywhere. So of course I'm always dusting the walls, the corners. I don't know how his fur gets into some places, but it does. And that duster comes in handy. And the best thing about it is that it's reusable. You can take that little microfiber part off, throw it in the wash, and keep reusing it. If you were to switch out one cleaning item for a reusable item, I would have to say a duster is the way to go. I feel like all of us dust our baseboards, you know, for the heat, or like the walls, like I said, the ACs, windows, sills, and things like that. A reusable duster is just gonna make your cleaning process so much easier, and you're not gonna have to replace it for many years to come. So there you guys have it. Those are the 6 Amazon items that can actually save you money. I know this is not your typical Amazon haul or your must-haves. Those videos are fun too, but I kind of just wanted to put my little spin on it and show you that even with shopping with Amazon, you can save yourself a ton of money by just swapping out your everyday household items. Anyways, you guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video.